I kind of want to know what's going to happen next in the story, so let's just jump right in and get started. What do you think, Manda?
Let's do it.
All right. Got my water and my hot tea, so because we're doing a lot of talking.
Yeah, I just want to say.
What?
Also, at this point in the game, we're just looking for our room.
We're still just looking for the room. That's right. No, we know where the room is. It's just they're acting as if.
No idea.
He's like, I must be certain before I enter this room. What's a horrible Belgian accent? I'm so sorry. Okay, what was on our to-do list? I think we had to still talk to the fiance. Is that right?
I thought we had to talk to Angeline first. Hello, weird vampire. How are you?
Hey, weird vampire. Welcome back. Okay, inspect the east rooms. We've done that. Okay, so we talked to Angeline.
Yeah, you made it just in time.
Yes. We just started, so now let's go talk to Elizabeth. Wait, do I have a link? I didn't see a link. Oh, I do, actually, right here.
In any of them?
Right here.
Okay, one on the blackmail. Okay, let's figure that out first.
Okay. Angeline was guilty about Florette's dismissal. Angeline has matured. Oh, Angeline tried to contact Florette. Or that, maybe?
I must take a different approach if I am to...
So this might be because Angeline has...
It can't be... Wait, it's not connected to matured, I would think.
Yeah.
Order and
Nope.
method. That is the...
Okay. She's guilty about the dismissal. What is it? About the untimely dismissal. Gideon sees the money as the family's. He's willing to share his wealth with his family. Meaning Angeline and her family.
Or his brother.
Yeah. Is that...
Sorry, I'm convinced that guy downstairs is a mooch.
This will not
I mean,
get
it's
me
not
any
having to, I
closer.
don't know if it has anything to do with the blackmail, but I just thought it was a note to make because I don't think there's anything we can link.
Oh, here
Here
we got a hint. Angeline is guilty about the dismissal and she is mindful of the staff, or so she says.
Magnifique.
Yeah.
Angeline is trying to do good, even though the dismissals weren't entirely her fault. Okay. She's trying to redeem herself. Is that because she has matured?
Come, my little grey cells.
She's tried to contact Florette?
Some
Yes!
would say a lucky guess.
Okay, what does it
I
say?
would say a
Oh,
moment of genius.
Yeah, Amanda has a slight delay on the Discord, just so people know, so she sees things a little bit. Mademoiselle Angeline says she
Yeah,
never
sorry
intended
about
for Florette to be fired. I believe her.
It might help if you read out loud the description of the clues when they pop up.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to repeat myself. It is certainly not the happy news I was expecting. Mademoiselle Elizabeth lost her beloved Luke, and young Florette, the maid servant, has not been seen, even with Mademoiselle Angeline's efforts. At least it appears the family have survived their financial difficulties. So it would seem, but we don't know if they actually have. Okay, so we have finished this mind map. Alright. Investigate the east rooms and talk to Elizabeth. So let's go talk to Elizabeth now. Come, my little grey cells. Let us solve this mystery. I like how he treats his grey cells as, like, friends of his or something. Like, I am Poirot, and my grey cells are a separate entity. Alright.
There's I'll wait till you're done after this, but I'll talk about another story.
What?
Evil Under the Sun.
Uh-huh.
It's a wonderful episode from the Poirot series where he sent this day spa to lose weight for a week because he's considered medically obese. And he's just struggling because he's drinking green juice and boiled chicken basically the whole time, and then finally he manages to make it to the mainland with Hastings and the police captain, and he's drinking wine and eating like a fatty steak with like hollandaise sauce and everything, and that's when his mind finally kicks into gear again.
Mon Dieu!
He's like, the gray cells must be fed.
Aww. Poirot.
But yeah.
Alright. I noticed a rather extravagant-looking pen in the hall.
I would not say it in front of the Major, but it is rather hideous. It was a gift from him to Madame from his time overseas. I don't think it even has the capability of writing.
Oh, so it was a gift from the Major, so the Major is now a suspect.
A pen that does not write is like a fish that cannot swim.
As Angeline describes it, a useless ornament. It's the thought that counts, I suppose.
That's true.
Poirot being
Merci,
real.
mademoiselle.
Pleasure is mine, Detective.
It's true. Alright, did that link anything? Give us anything? Okay. Nothing new to link, but just knowledge that the pen does not write. Okay, so we have to keep investigating then. So still inspecting the east rooms. Which means that we're missing something from the last time we were there, because I don't think we could enter the, our room just yet.
No. I wonder if we're missing evidence or something, because, you know, we learned from the one guy that the room with the hideous plant in front of it is empty.
I know, but it's and that should be our room, but it's not linking.
I'm positive that's ours, but yeah.
Okay. Yep, the ugly plant, the hideous plant. Okay. Oh, we can go in now. There we go. The bedroom next to Monsieur de Silva.
Okay, final.
Let's do my room.
I wonder what it was. Maybe, I don't know.
Probably talking to Elizabeth again. Finally, I found my chambre. Although the journey was longer than expected. Okay, I won't do that, I promise. It's annoying. The destination is really quite charming. I should make myself familiar and comfortable in my new surroundings. It's got a tint of, like, burgundy
Alright.
to the room. Like, violet. I wonder if I will get a chance to catch
like
up my reading whilst I stay here. Likely not Poirot.
Nope, your brain will be busy. Your little gray cells will be busy.
Oh.
The snow has limited the view from the window, but it certainly has a beauty of its own. That's one thing. I wish it... If it's going to be cold out, I'd rather there be snow.
Exactly. If it's gonna be freezing, make it snow. Don't give me this ice. Don't give me just this cold gray nonsense.
Or wind. A roaring fire. I could stand and gaze into the flames for hours. Look at this massive mirror above the fire.
It's perfect for Poirot.
Even for a detective like myself, finding this room was quite an arduous task. This house may hold more secrets than expected. Yes, we're looking for secret passageways.
Yes, secret passageway.
Okay.
It'll be like
Ooh!
It'll be like Clue.
Elizabeth came in. Anything else to look at? No, we'll just talk to Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, thank you for coming. I shall not take up too much more of your precious time.
Not at all, Detective. I had best not be away for too long. Madame would not be pleased when there is so much work to do.
Well, mademoiselle, if anyone was to ask, I required your urgent attention with a delicate matter. That should be enough to give you a moment's peace.
Thank you, Detective.
Can I assume you are aware of the probable blackmail ring in the area?
I have heard whispers, but this town is full of busybodies. It's hard to know what is the truth and what is hot air from socialites trying to outdo one another.
Oh, that's good to know.
I would not have thought you want to join in with such chatter.
I'm not, but it can be hard to ignore. I try to quash any talk of it in the house. But it's easier said than done. When the staff are together, it seems to be a competition to see who can dream up the most scandalous rumour.
Oh, so the staff may already be aware of the blackmail.
You are a loyal maid and friend. Mademoiselle Angeline is fortunate to have you.
It baffles me why they would target her in the first place. She has such a kind and pure soul. That may not be what you remember of Mademoiselle, but she has grown into a kind-hearted young lady.
So they keep on insisting this. I wonder if it's actually true.
I was wary of that when I arrived, but I myself can see a change in her, a maturity. And if it is as kind and pure as you have stated, she should not be troubled by the letter.
But then if Poirot has reached the conclusion that he believes that she really is making a change, I don't know. They just keep on pushing like, oh, Angelina's changed, she's better now.
Letters, Detective. I brought you the other.
Her mother's so terrible.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. It looks like there might be a bit of a lag in the stream.
Oh, okay. Sorry, so if it drops, I'm so sorry,
Okay,
but...
that looks...
Okay.
That already looks a lot better on the stream. I would say.
Alright. Mademoiselle Van den Bosch, you do not know me, but I know you and your family very well. For years, you have stood high on your pedestal, attending parties and living the lifestyle of the upper class, a life that you were born into, all the while hiding a sordid secret that would tarnish the Van den Bosch name forever. Is Florette the blackmailer? Weird vampire. Do you think it's Florette? It might be Florette. Florette the vigilante.
I mean, Florette's still connected to this somehow.
Yeah. Once a respected family with morals and nobility, but now you rely on riches and jewelry to show your worth, a worth that is not deserved, even residing in a home that was obtained under your lies, but not for long. Oh, so maybe the father was hiding some stuff. For your secret to remain exactly that, take a small brown paper parcel filled with 5,000 francs addressed to Monsieur Dupont, to Barbier and Sons, cobblers, before sundown on Friday. If you do as I request...
I don't want it to be Florette.
I know, I don't want it to be
sorry,
Florette
reading
either,
more
but
vampires.
maybe, or maybe because she said that she had brothers and sisters. So maybe it was like, it's like a brother or somebody. If you do as I request, this will be the last you hear from me. You will be able to return to your life of stolen wealth and excess. If you refuse, be sure the name Van den Bosch will be on the whisper of lips for years to come.
I have tried to tell her not to think any more on them, but she fears that even a fabricated story could ruin the family name. She even frets at what it may do to her engagement.
I have met Monsieur Demire, and I cannot see his love for Angeline diminishing at something so trivial. Merci for bringing this letter to me.
Mademoiselle Angeline worries so much about the family name, but from Mademoiselle Elizabeth's telling, she has nothing to worry about, at least from her own perspective. Perhaps the secret does not directly concern Angeline at all, and she is merely the easy target? I think that's probably
Merci, mademoiselle.
Yeah. It may have been
Pleasure is
something
mine,
before she
Detective.
was born.
Yeah, well, they talk about the stolen money, so it's probably her parents.
Yeah.
Alright, you're just gonna hang out in the room? A piece of literature instead of a book now. Alright. We got one link here. Okay. Alright, let's see. What's new? Okay, the first blackmail letter. And then the second blackmail letter. So the second one was the one we just read? No, the second one was the one that we received
no.
earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is the new one. Okay. The blackmailer wishes the family to suffer. This blackmailer clearly wants to see the family fall.
Mm-hmm.
The blackmailer wishes the family to leave the manor. The letter suggests the blackmailer wants to see the family lose everything, including the house.
But I was wrong before, so it might as well be Florette in a cat suit.
Florette, cat suit, ready to take the brown paper parcel, putting it in a sack over her shoulder. Running off into the woods.
Ski mask on.
Ski mask on, running off into the woods. Okay, let's...
Climbing the ladder that Poirot was too afraid to climb in the last episode.
Alright, let's link. Blackmailer wishes the family to leave the manor and wishes them to suffer.
Is there
Oh, no.
something I am not seeing?
Okay. Okay, maybe it's something connected to the first or the second letter then. Payment demanded. Madame is unaware of payment. The staff was concerned for Angeline. Payment was acknowledged. Gideon paid the first demand. The letter is possibly written in the house.
In the house.
Maybe this is linked to the blackmailer wants the family to leave the manor.
Family wants to leave?
I cannot see the
no.
logic in this. Perhaps
Okay. The house holds many secrets is also a possibility down here at the bottom.
Yeah.
Want the family to suffer. Payment acknowledged. Staff is aware of the blackmail. They will no doubt be concerned for not only Angeline, but also for the positions at the house. Does that...
inside the house, then? Oh, sorry, what were you
Or
saying?
I was gonna say maybe that the blackmailer wants the family to leave. Like, could that be connected to the staff being concerned?
I
No.
must act on thought and...
Okay, but look, Oh, it's these two. The staff is aware of the blackmail and the house holds many secrets.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
The staff members are aware of the blackmail, could possibly know the reason why. So who is it? The Vandenbush secret may not be a secret at all. The house staff may know what the blackmailer is holding over the family.
Yeah, that's true, because Angeline said she only told her mother and Elizabeth, but then the whole staff knows.
Yeah, like talking about... Okay, a new...
How do they know?
Yeah, okay. A new conversation has been unlocked. With whom? Investigate the blackmail. Okay, it's not giving me... Oh, Archibald!
Might as well ask questions.
Yeah.
Here.
So it's
Archibald.
Elizabeth
okay.
and
We weren't able to find...
Yeah, it's gotta be Elizabeth and Archibald. Okay, it is Elizabeth. Elizabeth and Archibald.
Of course, Detective. What is it?
Do you know where Mademoiselle Angeline is now?
She will no doubt be with Master Gideon. The party was just beginning when I came upstairs.
That is my cue to make a grand entrance. Am I presentable enough for the creme of society?
Quite handsome, Detective.
Merci. If you catch me snoring, please poke me in the ribs.
I will use Madame's sharpest poker.
Aw, that's a sweet conversation.
Aww.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's some sort of fight going or grunting going on outside. It sounds like someone's being murdered, and it just stopped.
It sounds as though someone else may have already been poked.
It was deep voices. I don't know if you guys heard it. Oh, it's the Major and Gideon. I love it. Punch that guy. Go hit him, Gideon. I love it.
I like Gideon. I hope he isn't involved in anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you would be so kind to return to the party.
With all this excitement out here,
I believe that is an end to the excitement, as you put it, Monsieur Demire.
It is hardly the job of a detective to resolve domestic arguments, but under the circumstances, perhaps there is more to it. I shall speak with the Major outside. Ah, so we're going to talk to the Major first.
Thank God. One last match.
Bonjour, Monsieur Hagen.
Oh, he called him Monsieur, not Major.
I wondered when you would be arriving. At least now you can do your job.
Oh, screw you.
Pardon, Monsieur.
I have just been assaulted. I want him arrested.
I love the face that they give him. They make him look so ugly. With his bad British teeth.
I'm afraid it is not as simple as that. I merely witnessed you standing up from the ground.
Would you like to explain what happened?
This is ridiculous. You know very well what he did.
Perhaps you could elaborate on what instigated the altercation.
I should have known you wouldn't make things easy.
That's the thing. I don't like this guy. It's like, I just want everything to be easy just because it is as I say. It is
Yeah,
clear
I
that the
know.
Major is still outraged by what has just happened, but I must learn what caused such escalation into physical violence. Oh, here we go. Here's where we gotta be strategic again with our questions, guys. Here we go. You ready? Let's do this.
I'm ready.
I have met Monsieur Demire. He does not seem one to physically assault someone unless provoked.
I hope you're not implying that I started it.
I am only stating what I have seen.
I was having a private conversation with Angeline when he interrupted and struck me. That is all there is to know.
If the Major is still the same man that I met all those years ago, I'm sure he will remain defensive, and the blame for the altercation will oh, that's a typo, will fall solely on Monsieur Demure. Perhaps the best approach would be to act as though I am on the Major's side and coax out the truth. Okay, that's annoying. The typos are annoying. Okay.
That's okay.
So straightforward. It must have been a rather heated conversation for him to intervene, or your conversation with Mademoiselle Angeline was had with the utmost and respect and politeness towards her. I think the second one.
No, because we're supposed. Yeah, because we're supposed to be on the same side as him.
Yeah.
Drama, yes, indeed, weird vampire.
Yeah, so it's like, I would think saying, "Hey, it must have been a heated conversation," would not be on his, would indicate that we're not on his side. So I'm thinking the second one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm clicking it, weird vampire.
I would not
Oh,
act
good.
any other way. Well,
Good.
unless I am provoked.
You have grown rather close with the Vandenbosch family, it seems.
What has my relationship with the family got to do with anything? Why are you even here, officer?
Detective. And I was invited by Mademoiselle Angeline, personally.
So Poirot still got promoted. That's awesome.
Yeah,
From
that's
officer
good.
to,
Yeah.
to detective.
Seems to be mistake after
Well, I
mistake
guess,
with that
Angeline
girl.
said something about Poirot, so that probably helped him in
Hmm.
that case.
Okay. All right. It seems to be a mistake after mistake with that girl. So first response is, do you think she has made a mistake in agreeing to marry Monsieur Demure? Suggestive, there must be a reason for your animosity toward Monsieur Demure. I think the first one. You're not good at these?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, clearly neither were we, but apparently
That's
there was
okay.
nothing we could have done. There was nothing we could have done last time. Florette still would have been fired.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards agreeable, because it's implying that,
I think so too.
yeah.
Of course I do. What a stupid question. He is scum. Him and his whole family.
Ooh, that's fighting words.
If I had my way, he wouldn't have even stepped foot in this house.
Why is he so invested with this family? Yeah, thank you, Weird Vampire.
He seems way too
Invested.
this guy seems way too, like, more invested than, like, I mean, like, if he was, like, an uncle or a father, this is the level I would get from, like, an uncle or a father, I would say. Like, a head of a household.
He wouldn't
Not
even
a
step
friend.
foot in this house. First response, mocking. Do you think Monsieur Demire's actions were appropriate? Antagonizing. There's clearly some hostility between you and Monsieur Demire.
Well, he clearly doesn't think his actions were appropriate.
Yeah, so I'm leaning towards the first one again, the mocking one. What do you think, Weird Vampire?
No, I'm leaning towards the second
Oh,
one.
you're leaning towards the second one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think mocking. Amanda thinks antagonizing.
Just because, I mean, clearly he doesn't like what Demure did. But he doesn't like him for a reason. Why?
I know, I'm not sure either.
Like, why did he not... Like, the actions don't matter. Wouldn't he have let Demure set foot in the house?
But I feel like saying that
That's
there's
why I'm
some
leaning towards
hostility. Alright, I'm making an executive decision. I'm gonna go with the first one.
No! Why would I be happy
Told
about being
you!
punched in such an underhanded way?
I'm sorry!
My
I
apologies,
told
monsieur.
you!
Perhaps I had not worded my question appropriately. Do you feel that Monsieur Demire had reason enough in his eyes to act as he did?
I'm sorry. I'm terrible at this. Thank you. At least Weird Vampire is nice to me, Amanda.
To act as he did? He assaulted me! What planet are you living on? Useless, once again. I don't know why I should be surprised. Feel free to return to the party. Leave me to my cigar.
I'm afraid my feelings towards the Major may have got the better of me with such hostile questioning. I only got one wrong!
I have met Monsieur Demire.
Oh.
He does not seem one to physically assault someone unless provoked.
Okay, so they're giving me another chance. You're trying your best. Oh,
Okay,
thank
good.
you.
Now we can...
I hope you're not implying
Yeah,
that
it's okay.
I stopped.
I am
Okay,
only
yeah, you're very
stating what
nice,
I have
Weird
seen.
Vampire.
Oh, I I love the support.
I guess
I was
also
having a
it's
private conversation with Angela.
I guess it's
He
non-canonical for
interrupted.
Poirot to lose.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, we know what the right ones are, we just have to get the last one right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Respect and
I would
politeness.
not act any.
You have grown
What is my relation?
detective.
See,
Do you think she made a mistake and marry Monsieur
of course
Demille?
I do. What a stupid question. If I had my way.
There's clearly some hostility. Here we go.
Officer Poirot, are you going to do something about him or not?
It is Detective Poirot. And if you refuse to answer my questions, I do not see how I can continue.
I just don't know what she sees in him. Angeline could do so much better.
Why does he care?
I don't think she realizes what
I
she's
bet he
getting
wanted to
herself
marry her.
into. I can't imagine her living a happy life with that rogue.
He's either going after the mom or Angeline.
I see. Merci, monsieur, for your honest opinion, whether I agree or not. I shall leave you to your cigar and return to the party.
That's all he can do. See, I like that answer.
He wants to marry Angeline.
Was he engaged to Angeline? No.
But I bet that's why he wanted to be close to the mom.
Hmm.
Because if the mom likes him, that makes things easier.
It is not often such a violent altercation happens at a celebration such as this. I should investigate why it began. Right. This party is already filled with more drama than most, and it has barely begun. I was requested here to find the blackmailer, but perhaps the altercation is connected somehow. The Major. And Gideon. Okay, this is the new mind map. We gotta find more information.
Cool.
A pamphlet?
Alright, let's head over to the party. Yeah, oh yeah.
Some information regarding a shelter for women coming from troubled homes and backgrounds. Wow. Oh, Archie!
Oh, good. Let's talk to him.
Monsieur Sterling, I trust the preparations are progressing since our last meeting.
Please, Detective. Archibald is fine. Everything is in order now. Are you ready to join the party?
You are head butler of this house. It is a position that warrants respect, and I shall continue to give it, Monsieur Sterling. And I must admit, it is the smell from the kitchen that has my attention more than the party itself.
Rehana is quite the cook, but it will still be some time. Maybe you'd like to enjoy a drink while you wait. Some of the guests are already in the salon to your left. And the remaining guests are in the library on the first floor.
I will be sure to explore both. Merci.
Alright, the salon or the library? Oh, first. Do this evening's plans fall under any sort of schedule? You did not want to interject in the altercation between Monsieur Demille and the Major. Let's ask this one first.
It is my responsibility to look after the house and staff, not to resolve petty disputes.
I cannot imagine he will be in any mood to attend the party.
He often has a cigar to calm down. And if that doesn't relax him, that temperature outside surely will.
Do this evening's plans fall under any sort of schedule? Okay, and he's so familiar with the Major. The Major has, like, inserted himself into this household.
Dinner will be served in the
Yeah,
dining
he
room,
wants to marry
but the
Angeline.
rest of the evening is yours to enjoy.
You have all certainly been working hard, it seems.
Very hard. The lady of the house wanted everything a certain way, and that's how it was to be done.
Okay.
Merci. You have been most helpful.
Alright. It is time I met my fellow guests of the party. They all have a connection to the family in some respect, and although they are here to join in the celebrations, perhaps one of them has a more sinister motive. Okay. Reed Hall.
So now it looks like we have to go
Talk to Margot.
to the salon.
Oh, the pamphlet is
So
related
looks like we have to go to the
Margot.
salon.
Yes. Alright, Archie. Inspect the library, inspect the salon. And Archie told us where the guests were. Okay.
Cool.
To the salon.
Let's go.
Ooh.
I like it.
Monsieur Demir, we meet again.
What did I tell you? Call me Zach. You found your room all right then?
I did, and a charming room it is.
I don't know if I would call mine charming, but if I drink enough, it won't matter.
I must apologize for my rudeness before. I did not ask how you know the family. Was it you? What is it you do for work? It seems everyone here is of some great financial standing. I'm hesitant to ask, but how is your brother after the altercation with the major?
Of course, Zach is by the bar. Of course he is.
Of course he is. They still have the dark eyes under his, or dark circles under his eyes. All right.
That's okay. At least you actually care. Not like most of the others here. I'm the groom-to-be's older, more handsome brother.
Oh, so Zach's the older brother, Manda.
Oh.
Oui. I see the resemblance now. How wonderful that you can celebrate this occasion together.
I'll stop you there. The only wonderful thing about this celebration is the free food and drink.
Oh, so does he not like Angeline?
You are not pleased for your brother.
Angeline seems nice enough, but marriage is not for me. What is there to gain from tying yourself to someone for the rest of your life? Besides the money.
All right, what is it you do for work?
Recently, not a great deal. Well, except for enjoying myself. I was once a field medic in the military. But those days are over.
A noble occupation. Did you not want to make it your career?
It wasn't my decision to make. I certainly don't miss the battlefield, that's for sure.
Oh, so that's probably why he has a drinking problem. He probably has PTSD.
Yeah.
How is your brother?
I'm sure he's fine. You don't need to worry about him. Always the knight in shining armor. Riding in to save the day.
Saving the day from who, exactly?
Well, if Gedeon is the knight in the fairy tale, Felix is the dragon. Felix the Major. Ha! Always there, thinking he is better. Just because he was a major. We all know how he got there. In his mind, that puts him at the top of the chain.
Oh, we all know how he became a major. It seems there is some hostility between Monsieur Demir and the Major, an animosity that does not come from one evening at a party. So maybe they worked together in the military, since Zach was a field medic.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe
Perhaps
Zachariah
it is best I take
saw
my leave.
something.
Yeah, or heard some rumors.
Like, he, got his position in an undeserved manner.
Yeah. News of the continued factory strikes. Workers demanding a fair treatment by Jacqueline Conrad. Alright, let's look around for a bit. The chance to play is very tempting, but I shall save myself the embarrassment. That's the second piano I think we've seen in the house. Oh, there's a dining room, but we're not going there yet.
Yeah, because it's not time for dinner.
Okay, that's good. Can't inspect that. Nothing to inspect over here. The fireplace. All the same comments about each fireplace. Until there's gonna be one where it's like completely different. Alright, should we talk to
we see something burning.
Yes. Alright, should we talk to Cassandra?
Let's talk to the other lady. Yeah, sure, get it over with, I think.
Alright.
Madame Vandenbosch, congratulations are in order on your daughter's engagement.
Thank you. And you are?
Detective Poirot.
I'm sorry, the name eludes me.
That day at the Vandenbosch house has stayed with me. What? What, Manda?
I guess it's better this way. I guess it's better this way that she doesn't remember him.
Yeah. It opened my eyes to the unjust treatment of the working class and has been a driving force in becoming the detective I am today. And yet I have barely been a second thought to her.
Once Officer Poirot.
No!
I investigated your daughter's missing bracelet.
Oh, it's you. There is no missing jewellery here today, so we are really not in need of your services.
I am here on a rather more pressing...
I know why you are here, officer. Detective, whatever you are now. Please, just get on with it.
Oh, she's still as testy.
Detective. And I promise not to keep you too long.
I understand the altercation earlier began with an argument between the Major and Mademoiselle Angeline, or your daughter invited me here to find the blackmailer. Let's start with the argument first.
Let's talk about the...
Angeline is her own woman now. She can fight her own battles. She does not need her husband to be stepping in.
Oh, that's interesting. I would have thought she wanted the husband to be supportive.
And what battles would
Yeah.
they be?
Nothing that concerns you, detective.
I'm not sure what I expected asking Madame Van den Bosch about private matters. Alright, your daughter invited me here to find the blackmailer.
Maybe it's just because she is... Oh, maybe it's just because she is so close to the Major.
Yeah, maybe. Good to know old Cassie
She's
hasn't
the-
changed exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your volume down. She had no right to do such a thing. As soon as the other ladies get wind that there was a police officer in-house, the whole town will know.
Perhaps you should be more focused on catching the blackmailer that is holding your family's name to ransom than what the chattering women of the town will say.
I care more about what those chattering women, as you so rudely describe them, have to say than the empty threat of an anonymous letter.
Your daughter does not agree. In fact, it has been suggested that one of tonight's guests may know more than they are willing to show.
The guests? You mean our friends? You can't honestly believe one of them would be so petty to send a letter like that. Oh, officer, you have not changed.
Oh, and neither have you. I must thank you for your hospitality tonight.
I suppose it is only polite to say you're welcome.
Madame is as quick-witted as I remember.
That seems like a dig.
What a shame there is nothing as memorable about you but your lack of respect.
I should have known getting into a verbal battle with Madame would not be easily won. Oh, this is forward. Perhaps you should tell me about the family secret, the one your daughter is protecting. That's forward.
What do you mean, protecting? She hasn't gone and paid that silly ransom, has she?
It was Monsieur Demire that accepted the cost. He paid it because your daughter believes there may be something to hide.
For heaven's sake! Why do you think it was addressed to her and not I in the first place? Because they knew I would throw it in the rubbish where it belongs.
Madame, if there is something you are keeping, it would be wise to tell me now. It may help in identifying the culprit.
And it would be wise for you to stay out of my family's business. If I require your help, I shall ask for it. But don't hold your breath.
She's hiding something.
Merci. An enchanting
she
conversation, as always.
Right. Let's talk to
Let's
this
talk to
lady.
that new woman. Hopefully...
She's linked to the pamphlet about the
Allow me
women's
to
shelter.
introduce myself. Hercule Poirot.
Detective Hercule Poirot? I heard we were being joined by one of the king's finest officers.
But I thought, how did she know? How does she know?
Oui, madame. I see my name precedes me.
Why does his name precede? Because he was like, I need to keep this on the down low. That I'm a detective.
Yeah.
Comtesse Margot de Vos. Charmed, I'm sure.
It is I who is charmed.
Handsome, well-mannered, and a man of the law. I did not expect such a fine caliber of gentleman at this party.
Comtesse, your compliments are enough to make a young detective blush.
Oh, besides flattery, what is it you do?
I fill my time mostly with charity work. The number of those less fortunate only continues to grow.
How very admirable.
One must remain humble.
And which side of the engagement brings you here?
I have been a close friend to the Van den Bosch family for, well, heaven knows how long.
You must have known the late Viscount then.
Indeed, we had been friends since our school days. His passing was very hard on both Cassandra and young Angeline. I became a sort of protector of them both after his death. A guardian angel, if you will.
If she will say so herself. I have learned that friendship in these higher social circles can be nothing more than a facade to remain in that position. Perhaps the Comtesse is vying for Madame Van den Bosch's position. That's true. Ah! Poirot is not trusting this woman of flattery. It was quite a shock to see the Major lying in the hall like that.
You will find Felix at the center of any trouble, especially when it concerns the ladies of the house.
Ooh.
I understand he has made himself quite at home here.
What an understatement. He thinks his friendship with Cassandra entitles him to anything and everything in the house, including certain opinions of how young Angeline lives her life.
He does not approve of Monsieur Demire?
You'd have to ask him. Or rather, speak with Gideon's brother. He will have something to say about Felix, I am sure.
The Comtesse is well versed in drawing one in with delicious bait, and then leaving them biting on the line. Another conversation with Monsieur Zachariah is in order. What are your thoughts on Monsieur Demire?
A strapping young man. Angeline has found herself a good one. They certainly make a handsome couple.
Speaking with them both, it is plain to see, even to one that is unexperienced in such emotions, that there is a great deal of love between them.
When they are together, it is obvious for all to see, even at such a young age. But who are we to judge what the heart wants?
Is it the women's shelter you work with?
Work with? I built it from the ground up, detective.
My admiration continues to grow.
While my husband, the Honorable Count de Vos, is always busy with his duties, I found myself at rather a loose end. I could not bear wasting my days with no purpose. And one day, while shopping in the city, I noticed the abundance of young women living and begging on the streets. Dirty and hungry, without a franc to their name.
It is horrifying to think of how so many must live their lives while others live a life of such selfish opulence.
I hope that was not a backhanded comment on the life I live, detective.
Far from it, Comtesse. You are using your wealth to better the lives of the less fortunate. It is commendable work you do.
It is, isn't it?
Even if she does say so herself, there we go. The work the Comtesse is doing will go a long way to improve the lives of those who need it so badly. I only wish there were more in positions such as hers who could see the divide in our society and use their wealth to bring the plight to an end.
It has been a pleasure conversing. I look forward to our next tete-a-tete.
Okay.
This is giving me flashbacks to the Sherlock Holmes, the very first case we had in that Sherlock Holmes game.
Yeah.
Where it was the most dangerous game type situation. This Earl was like, oh, let me help the less fortunate, but really he was hunting human beings down.
Yeah. Okay, we got a new conversation with Zach and a new one with Cassandra.
Fire away, detective.
I get the feeling you did not have much fondness for the Major.
The major pain in the ass. Why should I? It doesn't take a detective to work out the sort of man he really is. You must have seen it, right?
I have my own history with the Major, but that is a story best not told.
I think it's a story best told now. It can't be any worse than what he did to us during the war.
You fought together in the war?
We were on opposing sides.
Oh. I have stumbled upon a delicate subject. It may be best to avoid it altogether.
The subject of war is a difficult topic for everyone. Perhaps it is best to discuss something else.
If you had seen what I have, what he has done, you wouldn't side with him.
I am taking no sides, monsieur. It is just not conversation fit for a party.
Oh.
Perhaps it is best I take my leave.
Alright, let's talk to Cassandra again.
So, how are they? Oh yeah, he's English, so
Let's make this quick, detective.
The Major is English, yeah. But then what war could this have been? I understand that the Major is not fond of Angeline's husband-to-be.
You can make whatever assumptions you wish.
Based on several accounts, it seems as though the Major has a certain level of disdain for him and his brother.
Felix is merely protecting both my daughter and the Van den Bosch name.
Protecting them from what exactly?
That is a question best asked to them.
You must be elated at the news of Mademoiselle Angeline's engagement. Oh, okay, so maybe the Major has kind of twisted Cassandra's opinion about, Monsieur Demille.
Gideon is a fine, educated young man from a well-respected family.
All important when considering a new son-in-law.
A good home and education speaks volumes about a man. Even in the short time they have been engaged, his noble character is obvious. If you were an educated man, you would know that.
Don't make assumptions about my background.
I can assure you, madame, my education is not one to be sneered at.
And yet you remain a mere detective. Perhaps it is your choices, then, that are to be questioned.
Well, I mean...
I was gonna say something, but I'll refrain from it.
Merci. An enchanting conversation, as always.
Alright, let's go explore the library.
So the Demire...
Huh? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so Demire, as we learned from the last episode, is a French name, and Major is English. So let me see, what kind of wars have the English and French? When was the last one?
And it must have been recent, because... Okay. We got some links here in the meantime. Okay.
Or maybe this was one of the colonies, too.
Yeah, I was gonna say possibly in Africa. Because I know, like, Belgium and England both had strongholds in Africa. Okay.
Same with France as well.
Yeah. Zachariah. Gideon is looking forward to family fortune. Zachariah claims Gideon is looking forward to the family fortune. I wonder if he knows their past. Differing status. Zachariah believes the Major's disdain for him and his brother could be because of a class divide. Is that linked to the family fortune?
I cannot see the logic in this.
Oh! Cassandra says hastily arranged marriage. It appears they are not prepared to wait to be wed. I find it rather romantic. Why would the couple want to move forward with a wedding so quickly? Is that because Gideon is looking forward to the fortune?
What a revelation!
Yes! Monsieur Gideon could be marrying into the
not.
family purely for financial gain. Cassandra's keen to avoid the argument. I would have expected Madame Van den Bosch to have been at the center of any argument, but she doesn't want to talk about the Major and Gideon. The Major wanted to calm down. The Major made a hasty exit outside to smoke a cigar. Not even the cold could stop him. Okay. Up here with Gideon. Brothers have a history with the Major. Neither brother seems particularly fond of the Major. I'm beginning to see a pattern. What is Felix's true thoughts towards the brothers? Is that connected with the differing status?
Order
No.
and method. That is the...
Young romance. Their relationship has been rather short. I hope they are ready for their impending commitment. Is that connected to
Yeah, that's
financial
probably
interests?
the case.
Is there
No.
something I am...
That's not. But we're missing one thing here.
What's
According to
the other one
Margot,
next to Cassandra?
the other one is she's keen to avoid the argument. She doesn't want to talk about the argument between Gideon and the
never
Major.
mind, then that is...
Up here next to Margot, the Major doesn't like Gideon. Margot made it quite clear that the Major is not too fond of Gideon. Is that connected with the history with the Major?
Another
It is.
success. I never doubted myself.
I wouldn't say it to his face, but I don't think it's the Major's place to cast judgment on Gideon. Oh, and this might be interesting in the investigation since we know Poirot is not the fondest of the Major. The Major intended to warn Angeline. About what? Oh, about the financial thing, maybe? But we don't have any more links.
I don't know.
Alright, let's go up to the library.
Let's go!